Good morning, afternoon, evening.
Merton.
This is the quiet time. Uh,
The quiet storm.
the quiet storm. No, this is the quiet time. I want y'all to shut up. No, I'm just like, as always, welcome back. You know how we do. We're gonna get right into it. I am Ralph the coach, certified life coach, and my friend here
Is Candy with Candy Conversations.
and
Certified talker.
yes, Candy, what do you have for us today?
I got two questions.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
not, and because I think they're both kind of short and sweet, but I wanted to do something a little fun and lighthearted this time because we have some serious conversations on here, which is good.
But we be laughing, so I don't know
We
how
do
fair.
be
No.
laughing because people make you laugh.
This is true. This is true.
But this one is just, to kind of make people help people reflect on the things that are good. So the first question is, what's a small but meaningful gesture that makes you feel loved?
Kisses. Boom. Done.
That's deep. Why am I not surprised? But just,
No,
is
so
there a particular kind of kiss?
no, I just like kisses. Kisses on the cheek, kisses on the forehead, nose, mouth, kisses. I like kisses.
It,
Um,
just,
don't I love kisses? Kisses, hugs.
mm-hmm.
Oh, like a good hug. Honey. Especially if I'm getting one of those hugs where I don't like you get me where like my arms are like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, as you can
Restrain me, please.
tell. Oh my God. Pastries.
Oh, that's true too.
Sure do. Sure do. Pop up on the
That's so
scene with a slice
funny.
of cake from Publix or nothing but cakes. Or your grandma done did what you call it? What's it
Pound
called?
cake
A
from
pound cake
scratch.
with some drizzle.
Woo! Cream cheese drizzle, please. Mm,
Honey,
mm.
I don't care. We go together or I might be a part of the Rainbow Coalition at that point. I don't know. But I
That is funny.
those are like my little so I'm not really a like my love language is not like gifts.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you are considering like the little cakes and stuff, then but yeah, like that's an easy win.
You probably feel like that's an act of service, giving you cakes. Like, serve me cake, please.
Uh,
Thank you.
um, I don't know to be honest with you, I still put that in physical touch. You know how they say, touch me on the inside and call my name. Like,
I want you to touch me on the inside.
honey, that cake is going in the inside.
They shouldn't
ASAP.
have never let that group of kids read that book and then have a movie.
Those are my top three. Those are my
I,
top three.
I I agree with but I was a little bit more particular because I think one of our sister cousin Lauren, she said to kiss on the collarbone, but I think a kiss on the forehead is one of the
I
sweet
know.
things. Oh my God. I don't know why.
I just be
Um,
like, you love me. Because
and
I've got it from like older women.
mhm.
Like, oh baby, you are so I can go fly right now.
I think this is one of the sweetest gestures because it's a show of affection without being over sexual.
Yeah. Yes.
Like it's just like I want you to know that I see you, and I don't know. It's
Hmm.
just
Yes, it
um,
just gets me.
also like holding my hand. It doesn't necessarily have to be in public, even like just
Hold him yeah.
making that connection because that's honestly hard for some people to do.
Yeah.
So like that, knowing that uh, you know, someone feels close enough or vulnerable enough to like show that form of intimacy. It doesn't seem like a big deal,
Hmm.
probably for people who are like, yeah, let me hold your hand. But yeah, that's something. what else was it? This is hard to describe, but I think once you have it happen, you just know. Just that look. It's like a look of love when someone looks at you and you can tell they really love you. Like no words. I don't really know how to give it the exact details. I
I mean,
never,
I know what you're talking about, but I don't.
yeah, it's like, and until you get it, you realize you never had it before.
I don't like it.
You
No.
don't, you don't like when people look at,
There you
well,
go. There you go.
saying it out loud helps to make it make sense. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
That's the only reason why I don't like it. I mean, if you do it in a glimpse,
Yeah.
then I can probably be more, but it doesn't happen in a glimpse. It's like they're like you glimpse because you know when you feel
See,
someone
and
looking
that's
at
it.
you and you look and then you're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, and that's
I'm
it.
like, why are you still looking?
Right. That's all I do. I'll look, I'm like, oh, I see you. And then but I can't maintain the eye contact. I
Mm-mm.
can't do that
But
part.
then I
And
can't
I
also
know.
go back to doing what I'm doing because I know you're staring at me. So then the awkward black girl comes out. And then it's like, now I'm like, what do I do?
Well, future bae, if you're watching, just slide her a cookie afterwards, okay? No, 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 cake from Publix.
It'll be a cookie too. If it's a good cookie, don't give me no little
A good cookie?
out the
Okay.
like everyone likes it. Well, not everyone, but I'll say like the soft cookies
Yeah.
that you don't have to warm up.
What's that one? I think Panera got a one that's called like a kitchen sink cookie.
Oh, I like that one too.
Girl, we
I
need
like
to
that
have a
one too.
cookie date, friend.
Yeah, I like that one, and I like a lemon cookie. I like stuff with sugar in it.
Like it makes me feel sweet when you give me sweets.
Yeah.
Like you're being sweet to me by giving me
Oh, oh, if you really want me, like, if you know I already like you and you're trying to like, okay, I want to make her my girlfriend,
Mhm.
or if you want to propose me, like we're already and we haven't done this already, sit me down on the floor with a cold glass of almond milk and we share like a half a cake. We're in
Wait,
here.
wait.
We're in here. We're doing this. Or if we want to do a meal, like I call it being fat. I'm not trying to fat shame. I'm just calling it being fat. Um, and we get like big sloppy burgers and
Mm.
fries, like go to Five Guys and they're gonna throw them fries in the bag. And then we get like some honey buns and we just sit there on the floor and we just eat.
Oh my gosh, why haven't I? So I don't know. I guess it's, let's say meaningful gesture, because I know I said small. You know what I've never had and I've always wanted?
A honey bun?
Someone to plan a like picnic date for me.
Oh, I
So,
get
because I love being outside in
yeah.
nature and like it doesn't even have to be a big spread. It could be like something small, like what you're saying, like, or let's just have like fruit and cheese, but we are sitting there, we're outside, we're enjoying each other.
Yeah.
We could pick up food from somewhere even, but
Yeah.
just I think that's so freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or get like a soppy, a sloppy sub,
mm-hmm,
like where the oil and vinegar is coming down your arm and it's packed full of meat and lettuce and
mm-hmm.
tomatoes, pickles, and we just like, and then we got the chips and then a sweet treat.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey, us going out and ordering dessert first is oh
that
my
too.
God, did you just order dessert first? Oh.
Now that to me would probably be a clear indication, like if we've never done it and all of a sudden like, okay, come on with me, we're doing this and we're going to get all this food. And I'm like, where we're going? And then we start walking towards like a grassy knoll.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully no one gets shot. Or like a park or something. I'm like, oh God, you could have proposed to me. Everybody else. Oh God, honey. I'm like, this is it because this has to be it.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
Okay. My next question.
Okay.
What is the best date or hangout you've ever had and why?
Okay, you gotta give me a minute.
Yeah.
The best hangout, because like for almost a decade I was with the same person.
Right. You can go back as far as
Yeah,
you want to.
like this is the best. I'm trying to think like this was absolutely, oh my God. Like if you already have one, you could go out. I'm just trying to think like,
So I will say it's kind of like for me, it's a tie between two-ish, but for different reasons. Um, One, the very first experience was this gentleman. I think I had met him like during online dating or whatnot. And so shoot, probably easily 15 years ago. Was it a thing then? It sure was, because that's when like, black people meet. I was one of those people. Anyway,
oh no,
oh, whatever.
me too. I wasn't laughing at that. What you were saying made me think of a funny one, so I'm going to add that.
Okay.
Go
So,
ahead.
but with that individual, it was the first time I had been out with someone and I felt like there was no one else around.
Ooh.
So we were in this like bar and grill type spot, and it wasn't packed, but it wasn't empty. And this song came on, like we're sitting there talking and having a great time. And then this song came on, and he was like, "Oh, I love the song. Let's get up and dance." And I was like, "It's no dance floor." It's like, "So we'll make
So,
one."
oh,
And
I like
I was like, I haven't yet to forget that because that was my first feeling of like it doesn't matter who's around.
mm-hmm.
It's just me and you right now. And then the song went off and we sat down. I can't even tell you what happened after that. Like it wasn't. We kind of went our separate ways after the evening, but it was like I was so caught up in wow. And so then another date, which was more recent, um, but still probably about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now. It was like I didn't have to do anything. I just had to be there. And I didn't realize, like, I didn't plan the time where we were going. I was picked up when I checked in. I was like, hey, what time are you going to get here again? The location was sent to me. I'm 30 minutes away. Here I am. Like, what? Okay. Because nowadays people don't like, and I didn't ask for it, but it was like, hey, I want you to see how close I am. So here's my location. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Got there, doors were opened all evening. I didn't pick where we were going. I didn't pick what we had to go eat. And it was like, I kind of enjoyed that. I know because I always have to do all the planning. So for me, it was a
Oh,
fresh air because I didn't have to, it gave me a break and I could sit and just relax. I really felt like, don't get me a soft girl because I was just there. Like, and yeah, it was really weird for me at first because I was so used to always having to do everything all the time. Like
all the
where we
time.
going,
Yeah.
what we eat, and what time. Um, but I didn't have to do all that. So it kind of put me in a place of ease that was unfamiliar for me, but I liked it there.
Because you could just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was a top tier, and we didn't even do nothing crazy. We
Yeah.
went Christmas shopping and got some like went to like Wild Wings after that.
Mm.
Stopped to get some gas in the car, and I went home. So it wasn't like no big crazy money
No big
spent
crazy.
like
Yeah.
that. It was just, and then the energy of being with. So this was a very masculine energy man.
Mm-hmm.
Like even how he positioned himself around me as we're out in public, it was like a protective stance. Like
Oh
he wanted to
yeah.
make sure I was okay.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, like, I noticed it because I realized I had never had it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, but yeah, okay.
But the cosign on that, I do like that.
Mhm.
I like when I go out on with guys and they're just like protector, like, no, you come on with me, or
Mhm.
we go somewhere, like she with me, we doing,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I have a funny one. I did a funny one last because most of my days, so most men, and even when it came to my ex, like I'm the fun. I would rather do the fun date. I'm the fun date
Right.
person.
Mhm.
Eat, of course, eat, and then fun,
Mhm.
or go fun and then eat. So
Mhm.
most of my dates, that's why I said I couldn't think of because I'm the one like, you don't mind going to the amusement park? No, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To the fair. Um, I don't know what you maybe call them pavilions. So like some
Mm-hmm.
cities, like they'll just have where you can do paddle boats. It's not
Mm-hmm.
big, but and they have bars around and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Boardwalk in Charlotte. So we would,
Mm-hmm.
do stuff like that. So I'm not necessarily, I like, I think I might have said on here. So I like for people to show me their soul, take their skin off. So, so if if the date consists of us having fun and talking, and I feel like people are more their authentic selves when they're laughing and having fun, and we just, oh my God, have you ever done this?
Mm-hmm.
Honey, that gets me every time. Like I do like dressing up and
Mm-hmm.
going to the fancy restaurants, but I'm not a let's do, I'm not aesthetics girl.
Right.
I'm like, if he like, look, you seem fun. I feel like this might be your thing, but you just let me know because that's usually how the conversation goes. Because he's like, I feel like I know what kind. Do you want to go paintballing? Yes.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Oh.
so one of funny one of and I asked him, um, you can say one of our first dates because I think he might consider it like a first date, but not a first date. It's like one of the first three. The one of the
Okay.
first three dates me and my ex went on, I asked him to do a mud run. Yeah.
Oh.
So, I've already done one, and at the time
Mm-hmm.
he was in the CrossFit. So I was like,
Right.
I said, have you ever done one? He was like, no. I said, come on. So we did one. So I'm that like I'm like I want to do stuff,
Mm-hmm.
so then so I can talk shit. I can see what kind of personality you have,
Right. Right.
stuff like that. So anytime that I've gotten to do that, I like most of the time those relationships lasted longer than, oh, I want to take you to Del Frisco's or whatever.
Right. Right.
That's cute and all, but I'm not impressed.
Because it gives you an indication of whether or not you can be friends with that person too.
And that's what I like. I like the
Yeah.
foundation to be friendly. Like I want us to be
Right.
friends. Like I'm like really looking for a connection and I
Mm-hmm.
want to connect on that level. So,
Mm-hmm.
I know men are fun
Mm-hmm.
and not necessarily all the time we are fun.
Right.
Because, it's more girly girls and I feel like tomboys.
Right. Right.
And it's like, oh no, honey, you dirty. Ugh.
All look, all my friends, even the girliest of girlies right now, started out tomboys.
Yeah. So I'm still in the middle. I can do what I need to do and dress up and have all the things on and makeup and whatever. And at the same time, I will run you down and beat on you
So
and be right on top of you as I'm beating you like me.
it's a part of it. Hey, that's what you get.
Okay. And that's probably why I ended up with a boy child. So um
True.
now the funny one is I had a okay, so this clearly shows you the time period because I don't even think I was no, I was like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, this is clearly on the edge. Living on the edge could have been kidnapped.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
I know. Could have been kidnapped. Could have been put on this what's it, sex trafficking. Could have been, honey, all the things. Could have been in a ditch. Met this man. I went to Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte, North Carolina, on Betty's Ford Road. And I'm saying that because that's where I met that man on the road. Okay.
Oh no,
On
not
the
that road.
on the street. He was in his car. Me and a friend was walking to Chicken King or something. And he pulled over, tinted windows, and he was definitely way older than me. Not like old, but he was like in his 20s, like probably
Mm-hmm.
well in his 20s.
Mm-hmm.
um, and he got my room number because I
Oh,
don't think I had a cell phone yet.
please.
He got my room number And we went out. He picked me up. He said, let's go to the movies. What the movie was, I don't know, because this man introduced me to the first time to Everclear, and I had the best time.
Dang.
So I took this like
Everclear.
Everclear, honey. We was in the back of that movie.
Gasoline.
Yes.
Dang.
But when I tell you I had fun, and then my stupid stuff, and this I know when I say it, you can be like, this is her. When I got back on the yard, I said this right in front of my dorm. I said, Lord, I made it back alive. And I laughed
The
and I
fact
walked
that you had doubt, but you still did it. Oh
because
my
we was
God.
like, we don't know where you know this man from. I didn't have no cell phone. Because back in the day,
Right,
we
right.
wasn't like, oh, this
Mm-mm.
the license plate. It's like
Right,
a wish and a prayer, honey. A wish
right.
and a
Yep.
prayer.
Hey, that's why people still missing from all them years ago.
Okay.
There ain't no way to track them.
Honey, I got back in front of that door and I said, we did it. We did it.
Oh my
Thank
God.
God for a praying grandmother. Okay.
Lord.
But when I tell you I had a great time, and I mean I didn't see him after this, and because I was like, he old.
Hmm.
You too old to be talking to me. Like
Hmm.
I've never was the girl who like, oh, he old. Like
Wanted
no,
it. Yep.
I'm like,
Me
because I think he
either.
might have been like 25, and I'm like, oh, child.
Right, right,
You trying to, no, no.
right.
And I've heard horror stories from girlfriends who dated guys that were older than, like way older, very
Mhm.
controlling.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's like what not the I don't know if she listens. Nobody would know who this is anyway.
Mhm.
But there's one guy older than her,
Mhm.
really, I wouldn't say all older men are obsessed with
Right.
younger girls, but there is a thing there. Like the
Hmm.
control is very apparent.
Right.
And she done been locked in the house. Like this man went somewhere. You know how you have the storm door, but it's like he locked the storm door and dead bolted. It's the one where it's the iron. Like you can put your
Right.
hand
Right.
through it, but if you don't have the big key, you it's like you can't get in and I can't get out.
What?
So he locked her inside. So when he came back, she wouldn't have left.
Oh,
So
hey.
we on the phone and I was like, check the windows. And she was like, girl, the windows are
So
sealed.
she wanted to leave.
Yeah. But he didn't want her to, so like she was sleeping and she woke up, she's like, okay, bet I'm about to leave now. And clearly he must have knew that's the idea that she would have had. So it's like, yeah, no. So I already
But
knew.
she eventually got away.
Yeah, he came back and then she was
Oh,
like, okay, I gotta go now. I gotta go. She made up some excuse like I gotta go.
that's wild.
So he's like, am I gonna see you again? That's how you know it's like,
Oh no.
you kind of like low high key kidnap me.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. To even do that, like, don't tell me you was protecting me because I could have locked the other door from the
Like,
inside.
what if a fire happened while you was gone?
Right. Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but
That's wild.
I did get me a little kiss. I did get a kiss, and then what is it? What do you call it? D kiss and ditch. I don't know. But
Mm.
that's what I did. That's what I consider ghosting. So, but I had a great time. Honey, I
The
had fun.
old school ghosting, kiss and
Yeah,
ditch.
kiss and ditch, honey. I was like, I'm not calling
Wow,
this man again. It's crazy.
that was good.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So
Honey,
I
thank
can
you for
do.
taking me back to that because I
You're
forgot.
welcome. You're welcome. I could do one more
Oh, okay,
if you would like.
that's fine.
Um, and this one shifts a little bit, but it could still be a fun question. What love language do you think is underrated?
Oh, underrated. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hold on.
Yeah, I got to pull up.
Yeah. And when you say underrated, like give me more.
Um, I guess you can talk about it, of course, really from a personal viewpoint, but like, mm, it's a big deal for you, but maybe not to other people.
Like
So
this is usually maybe a love language is always like low on the toe, or you say mine is which one of mine is
excuse
like
me. Yeah, something that is typically low because I feel like gifts for a lot of people is high. Words of affirmation is the one we hear about a lot. But which one, I guess just in your opinion, is underrated? And I guess why? Like what
I feel like
What are
I'm missing
some?
one. I have four. Ain't it supposed to be five?
Mhm.
Which one am I missing?
So it's words of affirmation, quality time.
Quality time. Never mind, I got
Okay.
it. But that so you're asking me in general, or are you asking out of my
For
top?
you. For you.
So out of my love languages, which one do I feel people undermine? Is that right?
Hmm.
So that's what you asked for me?
Underrated. Yeah. Like
Underrated.
this should be the top. I believe this should be the top love language because for you.
I'm so confused. Okay. I'm just trying to get clarity. Okay, I'm sorry. So out of the ones that I consider top, I should feel it should be the top for everybody.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's hard. No, like that's a hard question. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
hard because I mean, of course, everyone's gonna think their top is.
But the fun part of this is give the reasons why you think it's a top love language or why it's a top one for you, because it may be some things that people, our viewers, our listeners haven't considered that, because you love it so much.
Well, it's not me loving someone. The only reason why a love language is your love language is because there was a lack.
Mhm.
Right?
Right.
Well, not only reason, but for the most part, like it's
Hmm.
because of a lack. Like, even though
Hmm.
physical touch is a big one for me, I didn't have a lack of physical touch.
You
I
said you did.
I did not.
Okay. Right.
So I am affectionate and I need that because I'm used to it because my dad was very affectionate.
Okay.
Like I got a lot of kisses and hugs and stuff.
Hmm.
So then that's what I expect. And so then I don't feel love because then I don't get kisses and hugs. And then I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like even my girlfriends, like I'm touchy.
Hmm. Hmm.
So and I will tell someone I want to hug.
Right. Right. Right.
And then I'll
Okay.
stand there and do my arms down and be like, so um that's why I say this is hard because it's like it's my lack or
Hmm.
my abundant so it's hard for me to say you should be thinking this is. But in general, if I had to say, not based on mine, but just in general, why I think even people who need it, I feel like um, this is still bottom on the list, and you don't hear about it a lot is quality time. And I feel like because of the era that we're in right now, it's harder to give someone quality time
Hmm.
um, because we're like this is cell phone,
Hmm.
and if I just from my observing, I don't have a lot of so when I was married, we had married friends and our single friends would come too. But we had as what I would call maybe a small group that would travel together once a year, right?
Hmm.
I see more single people travel with friends you know, or even with couples, like, you had a best friend, she got somebody, we go.
Hmm.
But I don't see a lot of married people on
Hmm.
it's showing that.
Hmm.
And being someone on the other side of it, I hate to say this because there are a lot of people who they get married and they have the kids and they kind of use the kids as a reason to not travel or do things because traveling again I would say it's not for everybody. So
Right.
if you're one of the people that, oh, you don't travel, we can't. I understand. Like that's just for
Hmm.
you, but don't also, you know, criticize somebody for not wanting to travel
Right.
because most of the time when people say travel, they're meaning like out of the country.
Right. Right. Right.
Some people may want to travel, but in the car
But yes.
or on the train. You know what I'm saying? Like they just
Right.
might be road trippers. And so
Hmm.
you're counting them out because they're road trippers. You know what I'm saying? Where
Like those
they're
RV couples. There's a lot of couples
yeah,
that do
that's still
that. Yeah.
traveling. Like you're canceling them
Hmm.
out because they ain't trying to go to Bora Bora and
Right.
you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
Maldives and all that. No, they're still travelers because United States is huge.
Yes.
I think is Europe. You can get to some places, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where just for us
Yeah.
to get from East Coast to West Coast, honey, it's
Days.
hours on the
Yeah.
plane. It's
Yeah.
hours on the plane. Where going to other countries from another
Hmm.
countries is the same amount of time, and I'm still in the same country.
Right.
Um, So people don't prioritize spending time with their person, spending
Hmm.
time with their kids, spending time with their self.
Hmm.
Quality time is low. And then if we're doing it, it's the quality. It is the quality of the time. Like, what are we engaging?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because there's plenty of times where y'all are both in the room, but we're not even. And
Yep.
sometimes that's fine. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
me and my ex, we could do that. But at the same time, like, he would be like, come watch a movie with me. So come watching a movie with me is not me bringing my phone and I'm scrolling while
Right.
he watching. No, it's like, did you just see it? Pause it, pause.
Right.
Like, it's been times, um, like either I'm like, because he likes scary movies, and I don't do that. I don't do it at all. So he already know, don't even ask me to come to the party. But I can do what is it called? Thrillers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or suspense even.
Suspense. That's what I
Yeah.
want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Suspense. I can do suspense. But still, I'm like, oh, because like, you can tell, or he might like, okay, I'm about to oh Jesus, okay, here we go. Grab my hand, Jesus. He's like, you are so extra. Or I forgot the name of the movie, but when I tell you we were dead and we were dead sober.
Mm-hmm.
And when I said dead, we were laughing to no sound, both of us. No sound coming out. No, like, when you're trying to breathe, you reaching out for the other person. So then we circle back, and then we ate something that helped us get higher to God.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched it again. And so now we're crying. That's quality time.
Right, right, right,
Right,
right.
right. So I think quality time is just, all of them matter, but I
Right.
feel like just in general, when it comes to relationships across the board, like
Mm-hmm.
for us, our quality time, we are gonna laugh. Like when you with me anyway, you're gonna laugh
Yeah.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we had uh, prime example, having quality time in your space. I don't know how many I had with me. I think it was me, Matisse, and Peyton or Kendall, and then we came to your waterfall,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
we did the waterfall. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so it's just I think quality time is just very very underrated.
Yes. And that was actually the one I was going to pinpoint.
Oh, okay.
And it's interesting because my mom was super intentional about spending as much time as she could with us.
Hmm.
But the key point is quality,
The
right?
quality, yeah.
And for her, like now, not to discount her at all, because she would ask us, "How was your day? How's school?" Like she would have that conversation with us.
Hmm.
Um, and I think even just in thinking of my grandmother, she like, and just remember how her mom engaged with us. She went a little further to find out what was going on with us, right?
Hmm.
But then as I've grown, I'm like, there are other questions to even deepen it even more. Like, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
What's is everything okay? Anything bothering you?
Hmm.
Um, but so I absolutely agree that quality time for me personally, as you said, it's about connection, deepening
Yeah.
connection, building the connection. Connection is a big deal for me personally.
Yeah.
Um,
It is
if I
very
don't feel,
scarce right now.
yeah, if I don't feel connected to you, there's no point.
Yeah.
Because like my mind, I want to vibrate high. Let me just say it. I'm not gonna try
Yeah.
to find no fancy way to say it. I want to vibrate high. I want to vibrate higher than I'm vibrating now. If I can do that later today or tomorrow, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. Like because I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a closeness to God, if we just being real.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like it. But it's a beautiful thing where you can go there with someone.
Yeah.
Now you'll never be able to exactly match as which makes sense where they are and where you are. But I will
You can
say
be close enough though.
I've had like I thought about a connection that I had, and real connection never dies if we're being real.
Hmm.
That's why you kind of gotta cut people off. Because the connection is real. It doesn't
Yeah.
go away if it's genuine. And so like for a deep connection I had, I just remember that I could be in the space with that person saying absolutely nothing. And let me tell you, it felt like I was on a cloud, like just being in the energy.
Are you talking about me?
Uh-huh. So, but I will say, you mentioned movies
Hmm.
with my buddy, and but my significant other now, my boyfriend, he is a movie guy. Like
Person.
he messaged me yesterday and was like, "Hey, don't the series right now Forever on Netflix is a big deal."
I had a homework assignment on that, so
Told
I
me
had to
not
finish
do
it.
not watch that without me. You gotta wait. I was like, okay, okay, I can wait. But he is funny because the few times that like my phone ring, not ring, or somebody will ping me and I'm looking for something, and I pick up my phone. If we're watching a show, he'll look like, "Are you watching the show or you on your phone?" Because it's like
I'm gonna teach him how to do that to you.
for him, it's like at first I had to learn to appreciate more
Because you were used
that
to less.
he sitting on the couch together watching a movie, really focused in, not looking at phones, that's quality time to him.
Yeah.
Mine, it's okay that mine looks a little different.
Yeah.
And this is what love languages is, right?
Yeah.
Like me meeting him where he is and what he needs. Because for me, I'm like, let's go sit on the deck and look at the trees and feel,
That is your yes, God.
yeah, let's figure out how these trees make us feel warm on the inside. Like completely different levels,
Honey,
right?
let me tell you right now, sitting on the deck with her at
Listen,
nighttime, not
listen.
daytime, at the nighttime,
Night.
and God forbid, don't let the moon be out there and the crickets just a singing and a
Because
honey,
I'm gonna have my centronella candle burning and look,
honey, that is the bee's knees for her,
listen,
honey. Oh my God.
something about the dark and the outside. And look,
Honey,
now you really want to make me fall all the way head over heels for
honey,
you
put a waterfall out there.
and screen that thing in. What?
God, Jesus.
Because them mosquitoes be biting, But listen, you gonna hit everything on that. That's my act of service, my quality, and all the things. Like so, but again, I love that he will go, like he is more like going outside with me and we'll just sit out there. Me, I can be out there for hours.
I know.
We'll
I
be out there for like
know.
20 minutes or so. And he's like, "You ready?" And I'm
Okay.
like,
Okay,
"We
let's
just got out here, homeboy, but okay, thanks for coming and visiting."
you like it just
Um,
started.
but I just, so for me, yes, quality, the type of quality is a big thing. Because whereas he's like, let's look at this and see what we see together. And like there'll be commentary throughout or
Yeah, yeah,
whatnot,
yeah.
after whatnot. Whereas let's just talk or let's just get quiet and feel the energy of outside.
And I'm the less talk. So then
Yeah.
that's how that's how we feed for each other. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely the um like I said, bare your soul to me.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
For
So
real. Because I want to
um,
know what's going on. Is your heart okay? What do
because I get to know, and I let's start from the beginning. So when the doctor hit you the first time, like, do you
you
remember what that felt like?
look?
And I had to tell people, I don't come with my coaching hat on. So please,
Right.
because people get on my nerve with that, like, don't try to coach me. Not because you ain't pay me. This is how you can tell people are not used to people genuinely trying to get to know you. I'm not
Right.
trying to get to know you to diagnose you or do any of that thing.
Right.
I want to get to know you. Like I want to know your and again, like because we got married, this is how we connect. Like we were friends first
Mm-hmm.
because he was talking to other people. He don't do long distance. I was in Charlotte, he was in Atlanta. So, but we were still on the phone for hours. And
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about childhood things. Like, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
remember? And he was like, oh, I remember this time. When I
Mm-hmm.
want to hear those things because
Right.
that gives me a glimpse of the innocent side of you that most of us have like pushed down and dimmed the light. And I get to see you light up and talk about, oh, let me tell you, like, first of all, me and the homeboys, we used to meet at this one homeboy house because he had a bigger basketball court. And then and then people just light up when they tell you the stories of
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you
Mm-hmm.
about this one time. My mama beat the mess. You just hit and you be
Mm-hmm.
laugh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a good time. And
Right.
so, to me, that's you bearing your soul to me. I don't. It's not to me. It's very um lackluster
Right.
Like it's cool when your career is your passion, right?
Right. Right.
But to talk about who you used to be and where you've come, like people just light up differently. So
Right. Right.
I'm definitely, and it also shows me character, like how your character has been built
Right.
over time, the good, the bad, the different. I can't get that from you talking about your job
Right. Absolutely.
again, because that's
Absolutely.
to me, that's surface,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been you longer than you've been in that job.
Right.
And
Right.
and if I'm going to be walking down anybody's aisle or if I'm going to be doing life with you, I need to know more about you
Mm-hmm.
than what you tell me about that job and tell me what you do at that job. Because I got the end of the day, all that could be lies. But when you are tapping into memory,
Right.
it still could be lies. But the way that you can tell, because again,
Yes.
how people light up, even the good and the bad, like how people tell stories.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tell me the
Oh,
stories, okay?
listen, that I cannot. I was just thinking about this morning. One of my favorite things about my boyfriend is how he tells stories. Because yo, he becomes
A
his
different, like
tone
he,
is so freaking funny, man.
and
And
that's what I love. I love
even if
that.
it's a horrible story, I
Yes.
would be dying laughing.
And
Like,
it's like because you can laugh at it now and they can explain the terror, the fear.
man,
Like,
man, his storytelling is like, yo,
unmatched.
he on stage telling stories and he will make you die laughing because it's like he internalizes the fear and the disgust and all,
Yeah,
and
but
it's
that's a good
so
storyteller, and I want
funny.
to hear it because
Yo.
when someone can describe to you and you can almost see it, you can feel it, honey. That's why you have good comedians. That's why you have good movies because they can it feel like you're there, like you were there, like you were a part of it. Give that to me. So when people give me stories and it's very like, oh man, yeah, I used to play that.
No,
Okay, well
man.
that's cute. No,
He got
that's
some.
cute. And like you don't have to be no great storyteller, but when people are telling you, because
Yeah.
it's like they're seeing it again. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But when somebody like, girl, we went to the corner store and we used to, like most kids, you spend your dollar, you get your
Mhm.
snacks. That doesn't give me anything.
No, no.
So, and another thing with you telling me your stories and that's a vulnerability.
Right,
So
right,
I'm honored that like you're gonna share this with me, right?
right.
But then this is where I determine whether I'm going to date you again.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If I'm asking you these things and you're giving me these nice stories and you're telling me about something, and you now say, "Well, tell me about what happened to you,"
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
or "Do you have a story about da da da?" You don't come back and want to know about me. You're not
mm-hmm.
interested in me.
Right, right, right.
You're not
Yeah.
interested in me, and
Mm-hmm,
because that is connecting.
mm-hmm.
I'm learning something about you. You're telling me a story that I wasn't there for, and you're giving me details, like details upon details. And for you to do that, and then you don't think to be like, well, give me something about you. So you're not interested. You're
Like,
not, you don't care about nothing about me.
what I gotta share this. One of my favorite ones. He was in a car with
It's
someone.
funny. He's like, I gotta tell this.
And he said it was his turn. They switched. He was driving. They switched. It was his turn to rest while the other dude drove.
I feel like I know where this goes.
He said he remembers waking up because the ride got bumpy. And he said he woke up and was like, "Hey man." And he
All
said he
right.
saw that they were in the median in the grass.
Oh God.
He said, "Man, what were you doing over there?" And he said the dude was like, "Yeah, when I woke up,
When we woke up, honey, when we
Well,
woke up.
no, when I woke up, we were over here. And he said, he was like, when you woke up, you mean?
That's why I say when we woke up, because he just woke up too. When we woke up, we was over here.
But his tone, it was like, I was bent over laughing because he was like, what you, when you woke
And I
up?
can see him too. I can see him.
Oh my gosh. Look, his stories, when he tell them things and it involves him being in a scary situation.
Honey, you like sign me up. I'm ready. Wait, you like, hold on, let me get my tea.
Oh,
Let me get my tea. Let me get my snacks.
yes. But you said something about like, give me that background so we can get that deeper connection. I can get to know you. I realized and I know you do this too, because I've seen it in the things that you do.
Mhm.
But getting that type of information on like your childhood, what you love that's not work related, that
Mhm.
translates for me into like acts of services and gifts that I give that person because I
Because
want
you're
to,
learning. Yes.
right. I want whatever, whenever I give gifts to people, I want it to be meaningful and I
Yes.
want it to be useful.
Yes.
I'm not a person that gives some people something that I think they might need or
Yeah, no,
like
I'm
because
yeah.
no, I want it to mean something to you. Like this was good. I'm glad that I decided to do a fun, lighthearted topic this time. And we got more, I think we did more questions because we didn't have to go as
That's
deep.
deep. Mhm.
But yeah, this is good. Hopefully, this encourages people to think of like fun things. Also, think about like what's a fun date or your past, so you can like use that if asked. Hey, what would you like to do? Do you have anything else you want to
Don't
add?
drink Everclear, guys.
No, please don't. Gasoline.
Don't do it.
No.
Or Wild Irish. Or Mad Dog 2020.
And share your location since you have the capabilities now. If you decide to go
Please share your
a
location.
random date from somebody you met on the road.
This is true. Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I still do the randoms because it would, I mean, I do it for the plot. It'll be, because I'm coming home. But it would be a good story to tell. Girl, why you look like kidnapped? That's why I got this bruise right here. That man tried to get me.
But he didn't know I was a fighter.
Honey, he did not know I was a wild banshee, honey. That man said, "Get out of my damn car." Oh, no, that is it. That is it.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Well,
Until next time, don't embarrass me. Do not embarrass me. Do not embarrass me. And keep it sexy and safe and sexy and all the things.